Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about protection schemes against the three main meta defenses right now. It's going to be the nickel over, aka nickel normal, 4-3 even 6-1, and the $3-2. So let's just start off with nickel normal. The play call that everybody's running, that the nation is running, is Overstorm Brave. And if you watched the previous video about PA wide receiver in, we're going to come out in our wide receiver in from under center. Now this pass protection still applies to shotgun. I'm going to preface this with saying even if you get even if you get the pass protection 100% correct, sometimes they'll still whiff blocks or you'll get an instant shed. So just keep in mind it is Madden 23. If you watch the previous video, we were wheel routing our halfback a lot and sending him out left or putting him just on a flat. Well, against the other two defenses, it's more viable. Against this defense, not really, because the defensive end comes in free. So let's just go ahead and run this and show you what happens. Defensive end, untouched, right to the quarterback. Now I can do whatever I want to do. I can slide protect to the right. Just slide protect to the right. That doesn't always happen, actually. Let's go ahead and I feel like I'm a liar. Alright. Slide protect to the right. Let's see if he actually does it this time. Yeah, so the left side comes free, and then the guy on the right misses his block, and it's a hot mess. So the safest way to pass protect against this is to block your tight end. Now, what I recommend doing is putting him on like a delay fade, because, and I'll show you why in a second. And then what I'll do is I will double team right here. All right. So real quick, let's talk about that delay fade. The reason we run that delay fade is because if I were to just straight up block this guy, set up our protection the same way. Look what the strong safety does, and I'm just making. The point of this video is not to make good reads. I'm just going over the protection scheme. I have plenty of time in the pocket. This guy will just drop into. This looks like a deep half. He drops into a deep half just randomly. Somehow he knows that this tight end is not going to go out on a route ever. But if you put the blue route out there, let's just go ahead and show the difference real quick. I'm not even going to motion that back. But he plays him. Yep. See, now he's playing the guy. He's playing the tight end. It's a subtle little difference, but if you're trying to beat the defense over the top with this post route, then having that guy run up 5 steps is really key to getting behind him. Now you can also put him on the flat route, which is probably a little bit better, the delayed flat route, because this will just run him right into the post. But I just wanted to show you the kind of the mechanic that's in the game. So that's how you would pick up the pressure from nickel normal. Block your tight end and double team the end that he's on. You can do that. If you feel like you can get the ball out fast enough against this blitz without slide protecting or anything, go right ahead. It's kind of tough in this game because the defensive end coming at you free with the players that people have on the field now in Mutt is a terrifying prospect. And then you also have the under pressure ability, and there's no fearless, and don't get me started. So that's nickel normal. Let's check out the protection scheme against the 4-3-6-1. So you got 4-3-6-1. Pretty straightforward. People just press. I guess you could technically just crash down. I don't know how much it matters. I don't run this defense. I just know that it's run against me a ton when I'm under center. We talked about how to attack the coverage, but now let's talk about how to pick up the pressure. It's the same concepts, except you're not going to double team the end, right? You're just going to. I typically just leave it standard. It's not the best blocking, and sometimes it messes up. There's one other technique you can do that gives you a little bit more time, but if you just leave it standard, that was actually not exactly what was supposed to happen. But let's just say you leave it standard, right? You don't send anybody out. I'm not gonna send nobody out, or out. I'm gonna send everybody out. I'm not gonna block anybody. My goal here is to just make sure that I know which guy is going to be unblocked. So I'm going to slide protect to the right. I know this left backer is going to be the guy coming free. I can step to my right. And if they hesitate for 1 second, you have your tight end, yada yada. So you have to get the ball out quicker. If you're going to block the tight end, and like I said, you can just leave it standard, which means no slide protection, or you can block away from the tight end, slide protect to the left. And then the guy gets hung up for whatever reason. They just don't block this guy, but he does get hung up in the mix. So if you see right here, you have these guys coming in free. The center is occupied. You want to make sure also that this identify the mic. Don't put it on the user. Put it on anywhere else, because the center is the one that gets confused here, right? So if you were to run it like this with the tight end blocked, and I wanted to go right here, it's a little bit better. It's not great. For whatever reason, Bakhtiari decided he just wasn't going to block that guy. Oh, that wasn't even Bakhtiari. That was someone else. But the right tackle just decided he wasn't going to block him. But it can be difficult to pick this pressure up. But the few keys is just make sure the identify the mic is not on the user. Slide protect to one side or the other and block the tight end. You'll have more success against that. And if you're wondering how to beat the coverage, check out the other video. I think there's a few pretty good tips on how I'm beating man coverage from under center. And you can maybe apply that to some of your shotgun sets or whatever you like to run personally. So the last defense is the $326. I'm going to tell you right now, there's just no way to pick this pressure up consistently at all, unless I haven't seen it. I've tried a lot of different things, but the strength of this defense can also be its weakness. The fact that it's so spread out causes, these linemen are so spread out, the linebackers are so spread out, and the corners, the nickel corners are so spread out, so the slot corners, I should say, causes the pressure to come in really, really consistently, but it also allows you to step up in the pocket. So I won't block anybody extra against this. This is just an example raw combo. I just break my drop right away and step up in the pocket. And that's enough time to get a quick read off. So, and if, say they're using this guy and he's going to drop back, and do something like that, whatever, it doesn't really matter, the raw combo. There's no middle guy. That was pretty awful. Sometimes, every now and then, they'll just completely miss that guy. But try one more time. Just step up in the pocket. I don't even know. I don't know what to say about that. I don't see that typically happening in the game. I think it might be because he's X-factored or whatever. Regardless, the defensive end typically doesn't just walk in free like that. But you guys get the point. If this guy drops back too much, you can take off at the quarterback. Now, Rodgers isn't the best at doing it, but... And then he falls. Of course, he fumbles. You really want to wait till the rushers get upfield a little bit more. Man, Madden's making me look really stupid right now. Let's try this one more time if I can show this properly. I'm gonna put him on the tight, and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna spy Mac for a second. No, I can't spy him because I got to scramble. Lord. Okay. You let the pass rushers get up the field, and then you can kind of take off in the gap. Like I said, Roger's not the quickest guy, but you guys get the point. There's grass there. Right, you've got a few quick reads we can throw. You can, I mean, you can try to rely on the ID the mic feature. So say I was to do this, and I wanted to ID this guy and block the halfback. I don't feel super comfortable in that, and the guy still comes in free. So it's just, I feel like it's just kind of a catch-22. Like you're taking a route off the field that you could be using and sacrificing to not even block the defense. So I just like putting them all out on routes, making quick reads, and I run the ball again a lot against this formation too. So hopefully some of those tips helped you guys out, helped you take a look at a new way to block some of these meta defenses. That combined with some passing concepts that we have here on the site, or not on the site, on the channel, hopefully that will help you guys deal with this meta a little bit more and have a little bit more success. So thanks. See it.